Today is March 5th, 2023. This is the Hannah City Village Council meeting. If everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. No guests tonight. Everybody should have a copy of the February 20th, 2024 meeting minutes in front of them.
Make a motion to approve previous meetings minutes as submitted.
Motion by Pearson, second by Weaver. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Anything from Brandon?
The treasurer's report.
Oh, I completely skipped her again.
It's right here.
Treasurer's report.
Nothing too interesting on the treasurer's report. We did get $4,900 worth of interest from the Illinois funds this month. And I got a call from the bank today. The a positive pay program, which is the program that alerts us if any ACHs go through that aren't on our list, is going to be changing. They're going to be adding checks to that. So I have to now upload a spreadsheet when I do checks so that they can flag anything for fraud that comes through that shouldn't be. So I'll be working on that in the next week or so to get that implemented.
You only have one Tacticam camera?
On what?
Tacticam camera?
No, we have two, I think, but the subscription is $13 something a month for each one. It comes out to $25.
Mine was 20 for one, and then like $11 a camera after that.
Jim set it up. I don't have a clue.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Which cameras are those?
We bought just like some trail cams that we put out on some of like the locations where the water was remote to see if anybody was messing with anything.
Oh, that's right. Remember that.
They got their own little cellular plans, so you don't gotta have signal as long as you get cellular.
Yeah.
What is the Farnsworth group payment for this month?
That is engineering for the water tower.
Just more work that.
Yeah, it's work that they were doing to get submit the information to
Right.
the IAPA.
Oh, sure.
I would have had that to you sooner, but I'm being slow with
That's okay.
looking things too.
That's okay. I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report and all the outstanding bills.
Second.
Motion by Chair Volley, second by Sidak. Any further discussion, comments, questions? Roll call that. Weaver?
Yes.
Pearson?
Yes.
Chair Volley?
Yes.
Sidak?
Yes.
Motion carries. That's a good one. Nothing from Brandon, or do you have
Nope.
anything from him?
Nope. We did a couple other things to finalize some paperwork to submit for the IAPA loan, but that's it.
Okay. Miss Abby, you're up, ma'am.
I have nothing to report.
That was easy. Administrator's report.
There's nothing in your packet, just some quick things. Our discussions with Illinois American Water on the contract are ongoing. Nothing new to report there. We're working to finalize the 24-25 budget based upon any decisions that you make tonight on pay. That's really the only thing that we've got left to build in. We'll also be working on a cash allocation recommendation, see if we can move even more money to the Illinois funds that's sitting idle so that we can continue to make money there. A good piece of news, we broke 500. 507 people have now downloaded the app, so we're over 500. That's great. The other thing we found out is we're working to try to upgrade resident contact information. We had a couple of people, looks like maybe Gully wants in. Let you confirm if that's him. Anyway, what we found out is we had some people on the leak list this month, and we went to contact them to let them know as soon as we find it. And we didn't have any real good contact or current contact information for them. So we want to see if there's a way that we can get that stuff updated in our system somehow. So we're going to be working on that because we'd like people to know as soon as they can. Something to ponder. We don't have to make the decision tonight, but we did have an open house last year for the residents. Question is whether or not we want to make that an annual event, and if so, last year we did it after the new budget year, so I think we did it in late May. So something to think about.
It's been a year already?
Yeah.
Wow. We showed up in 2021.
You know what, we probably had 40 people in addition to the 25 or so that came from us. But we also gave away free t-shirts, so I don't know if you'd have that kind of group again or not. I don't know. I think it was good, but I just don't know whether it's something that we need to do.
We still have t-shirts.
I'd say like when you have a new board, maybe do it. If you get a new
Once after every election?
Yeah.
Just had.
It would be every 2 years. That would be every 2 years.
Yeah, every other year.
So not this year, but next. Is that right?
Yeah, because the last time it was just after everybody was.
As long as we actually do it in the same, keep it in that same month.
When is the election normally?
Ours is in April, right?
April.
Yeah, so again, we do it so not this year, a year from May?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds really good.
And then the other thing we'll have to plan, and we'll probably do it in conjunction with the board meetings, have Tracy come to a board meeting and wish her well, and then maybe do something afterwards to hang out, celebrate with her a little bit. So we'll, staff and I will work on that. That's it. Do you want to check around?
Mr. Chervali.
You want to check with Ron?
Oh, yeah.
Ron?
Did you have anything to come before the board?
No, I do not. I just haven't been on in a while.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Let's come when he's open.
Definitely Ron.
Hey, speak up next time, Ron. We couldn't hear you. I'm playing, brother.
Committee reports. Finance, Mr. Chervali.
I got nothing.
Planning and zoning, Mr. Johnson is not here.
The only thing I would say is that he's got a family member that's ill. He's up at the hospital tonight, so that's why he's not here.
Sanitary sewer, Mr. Pearson.
Yeah. Well, a few things. So we repaired that one lagoon blower motor. Now we're working on the fan assembly portion of the blower. And we have a quote for the second motor on the 116 lift station. You've got two quotes there. The total of those is a little over 11,000, and we've got a little over 14,000 in ARPA. So we were talking about using all of that, or trying to figure out. You thought one of the things might be covered under insurance.
Yeah, we filed a claim on the 116 pump thing since that lift station got flooded. And so if that claim comes back okay, and it looks like we want to do that, then we'll probably use the insurance for that and save the ARPA money for something else. But we need to approve both regardless of how we pay for it.
You haven't heard about status of the claim?
We have not.
When did you file it?
It's been a few weeks. The
2 weeks
claim,
maybe? Not
the
quite.
claim representative's been talking to Jim, and they came out and they looked at something with Jim. So I haven't spoken to anybody myself. Jim has.
So we must have some kind of floodage.
Yeah,
huh?
something's going on with it. They haven't spoken to me directly.
Yeah, we filed it, and then about a week later they came out, and then I guess it's been about a week since then. We've not heard anything, or to our knowledge, I've not. I don't think Jim would tell me if he did, so but I can follow up.
Well, regardless, we need to approve both of these, or not. The first one is for $4,607 to Foremost Industrial Technologies. So I'd make a motion to approve that for the. This is the motor, right?
That's the fan, the fan, blower fan. Yep.
So make a motion to approve $4,607.19 to Foremost Industrial Technologies.
Second.
A motion by Pearson, second by Sidak. Any further discussion or questions what this is on? We'll roll call it. Pearson,
Yes.
Chervali,
Yes.
Sidak,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
motion carried.
And then we have the blower for a total of $6,109.
That's the lift station pump. Sorry.
So I'll make a motion to approve $6,109 to USA Blue Book for the blower repair, the 116 lift station.
Is this for lift station or
Correct.
lagoon?
Lift station.
So the fan assembly was not for lagoon.
It is for the lagoon. Fan assembly, the first one was for the
For the
lagoon,
lagoon,
and the
and
second
this
one is the
one's
lift
for
station pump. And maybe we should say up to that amount, because if we wind up doing the insurance, we wind up spending less.
Okay, yeah. Up to $6,109.
Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by Sidak. Any further discussion? Everybody's clear on what this is for? We'll roll call it. Chervali,
Yes.
Sidak,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
motion carries. Is that it for sanitary sewer?
I guess we could throw this one in there. We're getting a more detailed implementation contract from Hawk. What all does that entail? It's different from what we
Basically, it just shows like the breakdown of when the payments come. I might have a copy of it here if you guys want to look at it.
We'll have it for the next meeting, I'm guessing.
I had Abby review it today, but it basically shows the scope of service proposal, the payment terms when things, the percentages are due, representations and so forth. Like I said, I had Abby look at it today and make sure that it was consistent with the finance and the project approval ordinances that we already had. And she looked at it and didn't have any concerns. So the mayor has signed it. And I'm going to send it off to Hawkatola. But it's really just a summary of what we've already approved. They just wanted it for the financing, I guess.
Gotcha. That is it for sanitary sewer.
Water, Mr. Pearson.
For water, just a little stat to give you. So 2022 and previous, we've been at a 32% water loss. 2023, we got down to 26%. That's a fairly significant change considering we were trying to find that for so long. I know we fixed a few things, but we'll find out if that's the sustainable reason for that drop as we continue to go on.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And Jim agreed today.
Yeah, I did.
He agreed to stay on until we get our numbers down to 15%.
Just 15% normal loss.
You're going to go keep poking holes in pipes now?
I said you can't. I said you can't retire until then. And all he said was okay. That was it. Letter O, letter K.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I don't think he likes email.
Did you say down to 26%?
Yeah. And that is it for water.
Buildings and grounds, Mr. Weaver.
Nothing to report.
Streets and alleys, Mr. Weaver.
Nothing to report.
I did find out today that the MFT bid packages will be opening on March 21st. So, just an update. We have to do them. They all have to be sealed. They come to here to the office, and
You don't open them.
we don't open them, and we only open them at 10 o'clock, and all the representatives are here, and then make a
He
decision.
did.
No, he was going to until I
The
found
very first time I
Yeah.
was, yeah.
He's like, oh, let me see what this is.
What's called a sealed bid. Mr. Sidak, CEDC.
All right, so we're starting to have some more grant applications trickle in. There has been a little bit of confusion as far as eligibility goes, but Brian's taking care of that. Next week on Wednesday, on the 13th, there'll be a TIF meeting to discuss TIF.
Yeah, it's the
Business.
joint board. Every year we have to have a meeting with all the other taxing bodies to review and approve the annual report for the TIF district. So the other taxing bodies will be here, and Jacob and Klein will be here. It takes 15-20 minutes, and off we go.
And on the 26th, which is, I think, just a Tuesday, last Tuesday of the month, we're having our long-awaited grant review meeting with the CEDC, where we'll look at all the grants and figure out which ones we'd like to recommend.
Hopefully we'll be full by then, because we're not now. But everybody keeps telling me they're going to send some in, so we'll see.
That ends my report.
Thank you, Mr. Sidak. Under administration, between February 25th and March 2nd, so there were 3 calls to the village, the Peoria County Sheriff's Department. I know there's one that's not on here. It was assist with City of Peoria. So I'm going to question that one. The only reason I know that is because the cop was sitting in front of my house. I went out and talked to him. That's it for administration.
Is it?
Nope. Utility clerk.
Nope.
In anticipation of Tracy leaving, she did accept the position at Farmington. She'll start there part-time on the 19th, 18th, Monday the 18th. And then she goes there full-time on April 1st.
She's staying another week to do billing.
Oh, is she going to come back and train a little bit? We had posted once she told me informally or whatever, I had Cassandra post the job on Indeed. And then a few of us reached out to people that we knew in the community who might know people that might be interested. We ended up with roughly 12 to 15 resumes that we reviewed. From that, we cut it down to 3 that we interviewed. I think we had felt like all 3 were hireable. Probably the first 2 were much stronger than the third one, in my view. I think everybody felt that way, with the exception of Tracy. In the interviews, we had Tracy, Jim, Cassandra, and myself. We had, of the final 2, then the group settled on this candidate. Sarah Cooper is her name. Full disclosure, Sarah is my cousin's daughter, so she is my first cousin once removed, if I have that.
You can't marry her.
Correct, yeah, that's fine. We looked at the nepotism rules. We can hire family or relatives as long as they don't report directly. And then we define relatives as direct, so father, son, daughter, brother, all that kind of thing. So she wouldn't even qualify under the relatives piece, but I wanted to be upfront about that. Sarah is her and her husband had just relocated back to the area. He works for a siding and window company. He's kind of a regional manager or something. She actually has a master's degree. She's very capable. She's got a lot of customer service work at Maui Gym. When she came back, she looked there to go to work, but they had changed hands, and so she didn't like the work culture. Additionally, I think she's doing some things on the side, photography, art, some event planning, those types of things. So I think she's looking more for a part-time thing. I specifically asked her about longevity because I said, I don't want to hire you and have you, tell us in a year that you weren't interested. And her point was, if the work culture is positive, like she felt during the interview, and as we talked, she thought she could be here indefinitely. She lives, if you go into Farmington, turn left on Route 78. She's about a mile down on Route 78, so not too far out. I think it was unanimous that Sarah was the best choice. But like I said, we had our second choice was a retired person, a lady from Caterpillar who had retired from their medical benefits area, was very capable as well, that we really liked. But when it was all said and done, we felt like Sarah was the better choice at this point. So I let the team make that decision. I didn't put money in anybody's back. I think Cassandra can attest to that because I know her. But what we'd like to do is offer the job to Sarah at 25 hours a week, 5 hours a day, work 8:30 to 1:30. So be here a half hour before the office opens and stay a half hour after it's closed. We reduce the scope of the role to be the utility clerk and probably permits and annexations, and then maybe do a little help on the communication side, but not the key person on communications. That'll be Cassandra. And then depending on the pay, I think we were proposing $18 an hour, which is what's in the stuff for the executive session. So I think that's it. I asked Abby today if that was something that we needed to vote on. I put it in the minutes as such, but I guess the staff would like to offer Sarah a job with the parameters that I just gave you, with an effective date of Monday. Come in and start training.
So then, yes, we do need to vote on.
Yes, Abby, you said it was probably good to vote on it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Does it require a roll call?
No, you're fine to do regular, not roll call.
Yeah, I asked this question out of pure curiosity.
Yeah, you're good.
Just as a
No, ask away.
if we say no, are you still allowed to hire her? Or is the hiring dependent on our
No, I think at the end of the day, we have to do what you guys say.
I don't know how the bylaws are written.
I think, like everything, the staff makes a recommendation. At the end of the day, you guys are the policy setters, we're the policy implementers. And Ryan and the mayor were involved throughout the process and kept them up to date on what we were doing and which candidates we were looking at and so forth. And then they were both okay with the staff making the recommendation after it was all said and done. So
Yes, that was my recommendation, to have the staff do it. And the reason I say the staff is because as mayor, I'm not going to interact with this person a whole lot, once or twice a week, where Jim and Cassandra and Brian and Jim and Brad and Roger, they're going to be coming in and, interacting with her all the time when they have questions or need help, So I think it's better to have that work culture, to have the people that actually are going to be dealing with the person. I've been a boss too many times, and not always what the boss wants is what the workers want. So, and I think it's better to come from the workers because they have a better understanding.
I think when we talked as a staff or an interview group, I think our biggest concern was longevity, how long would in anybody stay, but we had that same concern for all three of the candidates.
I think you're going to have that concern with anybody in a part-time position, really.
So
I think she fits the position. I think she's going to fit in well with us. I think she seems to know what she's doing. So I think she's going to be a good fit.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Chair Lally. I have a second by Sidak. Any further discussion on the hiring of utility clerk candidate Sarah Cooper?
It looks like
A wage of $18 an hour, part-time to 25 hours, 5 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
correct. What was your question?
I was gonna say, it looks like she's already got experience working with some of the administrative stuff. It looks like she's got experience with liquor licenses and applications.
And she did some permitting as well with Dixon Mounds and customer service with
Now, Jim.
Maui Jim.
Further discussion? Looks like we'll. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Will you call her, Brian?
And her title's utility clerk?
Yep.
Okay.
We changed it since we narrowed the scope of it.
Just want to make sure I got that right.
Oh, here comes all the votes.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, goodbye.
Drive safe.
I shall.
Drive fast, take chances. Pass on the curve.
Next item up is an executive session. The appointment, employment, and compensation, discipline, formal, and dismissal of specific employees. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Charavalli, second by Sidak, and I have to roll call that. So it'll be Sidak,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
Charavalli,
Yes.
and Frixell. So we are leaving executive session or normal session at 18:26 on March 5th.
I need to ask Ron to leave.
Yep.
Ron, we're going to go into executive session. Thank you for coming.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. Stop the recording. Today is March 5th, 2024. This is a village board meeting of Hannah City. We just came out of executive session. The time is 19:01 hours. Present is myself, Mayor Frixell,
Clerk Denise Sinek.
Trustee Weaver.
Trustee Pearson.
Trustee Chevali.
Trustee Sidak.
Administrator Baylor.
I will entertain a motion at this time to go back into regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Sidak, second by Pearson. You had to. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are back in regular session.
Sorry, who did you say second?
Pearson. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to vote to establish an omnibus agenda items for the staff compensation based on the executive session.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Pearson, second by Sidak. Any discussion? Roll call that. Charavalli,
Yes.
Sidak,
Yes.
Frixell, yes. Weaver,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
motion carried. Now I will entertain a motion to approve of the approval of the omnibus agenda items for staff compensation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by Sidak. Any further discussion, concerns? Go on now.
Sinek.
So Sidak,
Yes.
Frixell, yes. Weaver,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
Charavalli,
Yes.
motion carries. I'll get those to you here in a second, Brian.
Yeah, you're fine.
Under other business, April 6th, 10 to 11 a.m. at the village property on Hannah Street, American Legion Post 140 from Farmington and the American Legion Post 120 of Hannah City. we'll be doing a flag burning ceremony. So if anybody has kids that want to come out and learn how we do this, see how we do it, they are more than welcome. Cub Scout groups, Girl Scout groups are more than welcome to come out.
Is that a Saturday?
That is a Saturday.
Is there
What
anything?
date is it?
Hmm.
What date? What
April 6th. Saturday, April 6th.
Is there anything you need from the staff?
Nothing I need from the staff. They'll bring all materials. I have the key to the shop, so if I need to, I'll get barricades and put up. I'll be there
And where is it going to be?
at the village garage, next to the village garage.
Public Works Building,
Yes.
parking lot out there.
Under correspondence, I got a nice letter from Carol Myrna. She is the executive director of the Center of Prevention of Abuse. I also saw her at our mayor's meeting last month in East Peoria, and she was very grateful for the $200 donation that we gave to them. They don't get a lot from the villages and townships. They do a lot of going out and trying to get sponsors and things like that and donations. So she was extremely thankful for that. And I have a letter here if anybody would like to read that. Also, I have a letter from Locust. Up here we've got some coolers and some of these little computer guys. From Locust thanking us for participating in the 2024 edition of the Locust Focus newsletter. Tracy had written up a nice article for that. And they said, please enjoy these small tokens of appreciation. That was from Locust.
Help yourself.
So help yourself, please. Take a cooler, just don't give them to little kids. I don't know if the feet fall off or not. Another letter I got was from the High Speed Rail Alliance. They wanted to know if we wanted to do a donation, municipal membership for the High Speed Rail, which inadvertently I have written a letter of support for this to Mayor Ali for the city of Peoria. But as far as the Rail Alliance affecting us, it's not going to be affecting us out here. And then they're not going to put a spur to come out here. So,
What do they want money for?
for their costs.
Who's building this? I'm confused. This
High
Speed Rail Alliance
There's a High
from
Speed
Peoria?
Rail Alliance. Well, they're
From Peoria to
Chicago.
and they want us to donate
Yeah.
to build it.
Membership benefits, stay up to date on passenger rail issues across the country, access an independent source of information, help push the project completion, support advocacy work that benefits your community, provide input on strategies.
Finance chair said no.
Oh, and they spelled our name wrong.
That's
What'd they
automatic.
write?
They put an H on the end of Hannah.
That's automatic.
Wrong village.
Yeah.
I don't care, you guys. Everybody's
Willingly
calling
Hannah's
this.
rolling in his grave.
I'd rather give to more money to the Prevention of Abuse Center.
I think that's it.
Is there any more news on the pipeline?
Have not heard anything. Abby, have you heard anything on the pipeline?
The initial case was dismissed and there's no new filings to my knowledge.
Okay, so they give up.
Thank you. Well, it doesn't mean they gave up. It just means they're waiting and maybe until proposed legislation goes through so then they can refile.
And then we haven't heard anything from the Park District for a while. How are they doing?
The Hannah City Park?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I imagine we'll probably see them at the CDC meeting. They kind of
We should.
packed the court there with the at-large members.
Yeah.
They're still doing that.
Okay.
So they've technically got more representation than the other groups, but technically speaking.
Okay. Well, our next board meeting is March 19th. I did, Abby, next month I have a day that I will not be able to attend a meeting. I have a doctor's thing for my daughter. May 21st. Actually, it's 2 months. April, May. So do I need to, when he gets closer, then do appoint a pro tem at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
So like the meeting before, just put it on the agenda or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, okay. Well, if nothing else, our next meeting is March 19th, 2024. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you, Abby.
Have a good night.